uploaded to this channel in a while, and I've rarely ever uploaded this channel. I wanted to do this unboxing because I don't know, I think it's kind of cool, and it's not really appropriate for the main channel. It's a camera. It's the Blackmagic Pocket 4K. This thing cannot be recommended enough if you're a filmmaker, if you are just starting out. Hell, even I know pros at this point that are using them. And the reason I got this is because there's a lot of shots in the movie that still need to be shot. So I had to get this. The current cameras that we have now, they're not going to match up in quality to what we used to shoot the movie on, which was the Alexa Mini. There's lots of different Alexas, but it was the Alexa Mini. A high quality industry standard camera. It's used on many things. Guarantee you've seen lots of movies and Netflix shows and stuff that have been shot on that particular camera. And the cameras that we have here, I got the Sony A7 III. It's not going to match up too well with it. I can get away with a few quick shots here and there if it's just like a static shot, and not in high contrast areas like sunshine and stuff, where you need a really high dynamic range. That camera's not going to cut it. It's not going to match up well. This will match up way better. In fact, if this was out in the planning phases of the movie, might have actually just used this to shoot the whole thing on. It's really a game changer when it comes to small independent films. But when you have like we did, when you have the chance to get the Alexa Mini, you don't turn that down either. It's still way better than this, but this is going to get us closer. And with our budget, we can only do what we can do, and so this is the baby that we're going to be using to do a lot of it. Now, some of them are a little too complex. I still have to bring in some photographers and stuff, some cinematographers to get the pickup shots that we need. But for me, just going out and getting like an establishing shot or even a few action shots, stuff that's going to be a little bit more integrated into the scene than what I've previously been getting. I need something that's going to match the dynamic range and the color depth of the Alexa, and the Sony that I use now only has 8. This has 10. Sorry, I know I'm getting a little technical on stuff, and a lot of you are probably going to sleep, but for those of you who are interested in that sort of thing, yeah, the Alexa has 10-bit color depth, or maybe actually it has 12. Regardless, the Sony that I have it's not going to cut it when it comes to matching up with that. But this will get us much closer. And by the way, for those of you who hate the sponsored videos, that's what paid for this. So, and I'm going to be using it for the channel too. I'm going to be using it on just general video making as well. So I figured, if you can get the camera, might as well get it, because I could just use, I could pay somebody to come out and get the extra shots. But why not just go ahead and get this? Well, I still have to do that anyway. There's still things I can't get. And besides, I'm not really as good as them in using this, but I can get some things. But I figured, it's also going to be a good thing to have in the future too. You can use it for, YouTube videos, and just anything else. I mean, anything I can think of, the documentaries that go on the DVD Blu-rays that we do, behind the scenes stuff, documentary stuff. I mean, this is a excellent documentary camera. So we can get those looking like amazing. I know I get a lot of flack for like the sponsored stuff, and most of you don't give a damn. But there are just a few of you out there that get pissed off at the sponsor stuff, and it's like, this is what I spend the money on. Like, I mean, I'm not motivated by extravagant things in life like fancy cars and clothes and eating out and, flaunting, all that crap. Hell, I don't even spend a whole lot of money on video games anymore, unless it's like a couple bucks. This is what I spend it on. I spend it on things that I can actually use to create other things with. So this is the battery for the instruction manual for those of you who care. And here's the camera. There we go. Blackmagic Pocket 4K. They have the 6K version, but a little bit out of my price range. I've been saving up from the ads, and if they paid a little bit more, Skillshare, I could have gotten the 6K, but 4K will work too. It's good too. There's differences other than just going from 4K to 6K. You can use different lens mounts, lenses, and it has different lens mounts and stuff like that. So, not that this is lagging too far behind on the 6K. It really isn't. It's just both have like their pros and cons, but definitely can't complain. This is an amazing camera, and I can't wait to get it to start using it. And I've been doing tons of research on this thing. The thing that you have to take into consideration when you're getting this, it's not just like out of the box, start using it. And obviously you need lenses. And if you're in the filmmaking or documentaries or stuff like that, you need multiple lenses. You have to, depending on what the shot is, what the lighting is, you need different lenses to get different focal lengths and stuff like that to get the effect that you're going for. If you're doing just like YouTube stuff, you can get away with just one lens. You just put one lens on there and there you go. It doesn't have an autofocus, so that's kind of annoying, but it's fine. The screen doesn't come out. So if you are going to be using it for YouTube, you definitely have to get a screen on top to twist around to be able to see what you look like. There's just different various things that you have to take in consideration. So it's not just the camera. There are things you have to get for it as well to really utilize it properly. The battery life on this is crap. So most people get a V-mount battery to put on the back. That's a couple $100, and then monitor. You can spend anywhere from $100 to $500 depending on the quality you want. An external recorder, a cage to put it all in, pull focus. So you can just be right here and focus and not have to go like this. It just makes it a hell of a lot easier. So you can really deck this thing out. This was $1,300, with plus tax. Yeah. So anyway, about $1,300. But once you deck it all out and put all the things that you need, it's going to be around. You can spend anywhere from the range of like total for everything, including the camera. $2,000 to $4,500, $5,000 to really get the most out of it. But I'm going to be adding some stuff to it, but I'm not going to be going all out, just balls to the wall, because I don't have the money to be doing that. But I will be getting a monitor and probably definitely some extra batteries or a V-mount battery for it. But this is going to be using. We shot the movie over the course of 3 weeks, and for whatever reason, like I keep getting these comments like you shot the movie over 2 weeks when that's not even the case. Like that, I don't even know how that rumor got started. There are timestamps on Twitter, like when we first started shooting to when we ended shooting, and all the pics and stuff on Twitter. Like anybody who even gives a damn about actually understanding what they're talking about can go back and look at all that stuff. Not only that, I showed a receipt on Twitter for the Pro Mist filters that we rented, just to show like, this is how expensive this shit is, right? This is a Pro Mist filter. This is just a filter that goes over the lens to kind of give it that vintage kind of 80s look. And it cost us $360 to I can't remember. It was like around $400. But I was like, I was like, show the receipt, and it clearly stated the amount, the day we're picking it up, the day we're delivering it, which was 3 weeks. Like, so all this stuff is out there, and like you can see it for yourself. So anybody who still wants to come in and say you shot the movie in 2 weeks, I don't know, whatever. Think what you want to think. Facts speaks for themselves. So if you don't understand facts and can't understand that sort of thing, then you know what, you do you. But the reality of the situation is we shot over 3 weeks, but that still wasn't enough because we got to go back and shoot more stuff. That was principal photography, and principal photography is always the initial photography. And, there's not a movie out there unless we're talking like Birdemic or something like that. It's just the lowest quality. Sorry I hate bashing other people's projects, but come on, Birdemic. It's so bad that it's good though. So you do, even when it's really bad, you can get something out of it. But mostly every movie out there is going to have pickup shots, from Disney to Fox to you name the studio. It happens. You just go into editing and you realize, I needed that shot. I needed a quick shot here, or this scene's just not working out. I need somebody saying a line here. Sometimes Sometimes you don't know. Most times you don't know that until you get to the editing part. And the reason for that is the story kind of evolves over time. When you write it down on the script, they say you make 3 movies: the one you write, the one you conceive, which is essentially the writing part, then the shooting part, and then the editing part. Is 3 different movies, and they're just you have to go from one phase to the next. And sometimes what works in the first phase doesn't work in the second phase, so you change it a little bit. And then once but it may work in the second phase, but once you get to editing it, may not work again, or new problems may arise. You just don't know that until you get to that third and final stage of editing. It just happens. And, I'm going through that right now. Nothing catastrophically major, but there are things that I want to tweak and refine. And there was one particular day that we got rained out, and we had to cut half the day basically because of the rain. And there's no days to shoot extra at the end of the week, because everyone's got to get paid. And when adding an extra day on our shoot, you're paying all those extra equipment fees and salaries of everybody on the set. So it was going to be another $4 or $5 grand. Don't have that. So the idea was always come back and get it in spring, just with getting pickup shots and stuff. And then the Rona happened. So yeah, but we're working towards that end right now. This is why I got the camera, dedicated 100% to getting this thing done, because it's a passion project for me. And when I do something, I want you to listen to this very carefully. When I do something, I do everything in my power and my ability, every skill set that I have. I try to do my best. And you may not like this. You may hate it. You may love it. You can say all you want about the quality, whether or not you hate it or love it. That's subjective. Some people are going to love it, some people are going to hate it, but you will never, ever in a million years be able to say that I didn't put forth my 100% best effort into making it. So, with that said, thank you for watching. And if you want to see kind of more videos like this channel, I've always kind of struggled with what I want to put up, but I go in phases. So, if you kind of want to hear more about the movie making process, like what kind of like a mini sort of vlog series about, the process, if you got questions and stuff in that regard, please by all means ask them in the comment section, and I'll probably pick one or two or a few and answer them, and because if there's one person that asks right, there's probably many people that are wondering the same thing. And I don't know what's on you guys' mind, but if you do have a question about this, I think it'd be kind of cool to kind of talk about it and let you guys know, or answer any questions when it comes to this sort of thing. So anyway, thank you for watching, and take care.